He has frequently been the highest-rated player for his age in the United States. Our home has become cluttered with gaudy trophies, chess sets, chess clocks, scorebooks, computers, and chess literature in different languages. His precocious ability for this board game has seized control of my imagination. I used to worry about my career, my health, my marriage, my friends, my mother. Now, I mostly worry about Joshua's chess. I worry about his rating and whether he's done his chess homework. There are tournaments to be concerned about. Has he practiced enough? Too much? In years past, while I sat at my desk struggling to write, I often daydreamed about the Knicks or about going fishing. Now in my mind I play over my son's chess games. His sedentary activity has displaced many priorities in my life. Josh is very athletic, and at chess tournaments he is eager to play ball between rounds. While I gather up his chess pieces and pencils, it's my job to say, "No, Josh, you don't want to knock yourself out. Why not go over your openings?" Usually at scholastic tournaments he is seated at the number 1 board, and other little kids sometimes get sick to their stomachs because they have to play against my little kid. Their parents treat me deferentially, as if I had done something myself. It's an odd position for a father to be caddy and coach for his 3.5-foot, sitting, brooding son. Josh and I played our first chess games on a squat coffee table in the living room when he was 6 years old. He sat on the floor, his face cupped in his hands, his eyes at the level of the wooden pieces, as if he were peering into a dangerous but alluring forest. By trial and error, more than by my instruction, which he staunchly resisted, he found tricky ways to trap my pieces. He unearthed standard chess strategies and tactics that players have used for centuries. He was good at this new game. So good that I kept forgetting how old he was. Often I became caught up in the intrigues of combat and found myself trying to take my son's head off. I batted aside his little attacks like Rommel. I crushed him. Josh would come back, shaking his fist at me and grimacing. "I must win! I must win!" he'd mutter to himself while setting up the pieces. It must have been profoundly confusing for him that I was able to defeat his best ideas. A couple of times I offered him the handicap of knight odds, and he cried at my impudence, as if I'd tried to humiliate him. Already he seemed to know that his old man was a hack, what chess players call a potser. While I tried to slaughter Josh, I rooted for him to win. The game became a quicksand of passion for us. After an emotional loss, he would pretend not to care, but his lower lip would tremble. Dejected, he'd go off to his room and my heart would be broken. My carefully crafted victories felt like defeats. The next day, he would refuse to play me again, not even for a new toy car, not even for candy. I would feel panicky. Maybe during my last blistering attack I'd killed off his baby dream of being the world champion. Or maybe it was my dream, not his. Such distinctions are ambiguous between a father and a little son. This is how fathers mess up their kids, I'd lecture myself. Would you throw a slider to a 6-year-old just learning to hit? Or smack him in the belly with a hard spiral? Still, a few days later, we'd be at it again. Once, after I'd sprung a trap on his queen, Josh announced that he didn't want to become a grandmaster. "It's too hard," he said. Feeling bad, I asked what he would do instead. He announced soberly that he would work in a pizza shop that had a Pac-Man machine. He knew how much I hate video games. In retrospect, I suppose that Josh was just beginning to exercise his muscles as a chess psychologist, trying to soften me up. Because the following afternoon he was squirming with pluck and purpose, knocking down pieces each time he reached his short arm across the board to take one of my pawns. That day, I was feeling like Karpov, carefully building an insurmountable attack. The game took a long time, and while he was considering the position, I took a break for a shower. I was toweling off when Josh called me.